Hi, I'm Dr. Sana Hashmi. A very happy new year to you all. In my first Eye on China column of the year, I analyzed Chinese President Xi Jinping's New Year Eve's message. On the surface, the message was full of confidence and optimism for China's growth and its place in times to come. While Xi's New Year message is customary, Xi Jinping has been uh, addressing the nation on the New Year's Eve for a long time now, but uh, it does offer insights into China's anticipated trajectory for the year for 2024. And that encompasses both domestic as well as foreign policy arenas. So there are a number of takeaways from his very short and concise address. First, and one of the most important messages was she acknowledged people's struggle with job security and basic needs. That was deepened by a number of natural calamities that China had to face in the year gone by. He did accept that the economy is dwindling, but at the same time, he also mentioned that China is on the path of a sustained recovery. However, the very acknowledgments of the problems at home that we do not really get to hear from the Chinese leadership often was important. Now, the second important point was regarding China's continued attempts to project itself as a responsible major power. This was not only exhibited in the New Year's message, but also in the Central Conference on Work relating to foreign policy that was held in Beijing last week. She reiterated the necessity for China to shoulder more responsibility as a major power. And throughout the past year, we saw that the growing US-China rivalry and the two ongoing wars, they impacted and shaped the geopolitical landscape. And at the same time, we are also experiencing how middle and small powers, they are charting their own trajectory and they're increasingly opting for multi-alignment. So this trend is only exacerbated by the West's continued involvement in the two ongoing wars. While the West as a whole is grappling with uncertainty in formulating a collective response to the challenges posed by Beijing, most countries in the Indo-Pacific region, they are actively choosing to engage with China. And this is a trend that we are also likely to see in 2024. But despite such developments, and rhetoric from the Chinese side, she exclusively referenced the China-led and China-dominated China Central Asia Summit and the Third Belt and Road Forum in the New Year message. And at the same time, Xi Jinping omitted any acknowledgement of China's protracted role as and projected role as a peace broker. Uh, Apart from that, there was no mention of the South China Sea issue, as well as the escalating China US rivalry. So these omissions are actually raising doubts about the projected responsible stakeholder image and role that China has been trying to project. Now, the third major point was about Taiwan. She, like every year, said that Taiwan will be reunified with the Chinese motherland. There was nothing new about the statement. This is a very standard statement that we have been seeing and that has been coming from Xi Jinping and from other officials as well. While the statement wasn't really new, its timing, which is just right before, just 2 weeks before Taiwan's election, it accentuates its immediate significance and relevance, as well as the potential impact of such a statement over the voting patterns in Taiwan. But apart from that, what was also important regarding this statement was that he mentioned Taiwan in the same breath as Hong Kong and Macau. That indicated that China is resolute about adopting a Hong Kong like one country, two system model for Taiwan as well. And this approach is one that Taiwan and the majority of the people in Taiwan has rejected, and that was very much because of the visible erosion of democracy in Hong Kong and the protest in Hong Kong. So this diversion amplifies Taiwan's distance from embracing the Hong Kong model and conforming to China's expectations of reunifying with China. Now, this year, we are also going to see two most important anniversaries for China. It is going to be the 75th year of the PRC establishment and the 25th year of Macau handover to the PRC. So there are several attempts from the leadership as well as state-owned media side to project that China will overcome all these challenges, both at the domestic as well as external front. and that the projection of the point that under Xi's leadership, China is destined for growth, success, and dominance. And this is something that we have been hearing from the Chinese officials on social media as well as Chinese state-owned media. However, what is important to ponder upon is that what if these challenges, specifically domestic ones, are not controlled in time? For now, it does seem that the economic stabilization might take precedence for China, for Xi Jinping. Yet, this pronounced downturn prompts a potential shift in focus to divert attention from the domestic issues. So, for the year 2024, I believe the key events such as the Taiwanese election that is scheduled to take place next weekend, then escalating tensions in the South China Sea, and the persistent China US rivalry. So, these are the issues that will provide avenues for Xi so that he could use these issues to reinforce his legitimacy both within the party as well as among the people. Thank you so much.